What do towering skyscrapers and sun-soaked beaches have in common? Dive into the secrets of New York's 2001 and California's 2005 quarters, where urban hustle meets laid-back coastal charm. The New York 2001 U.S. State Quarter was born during a time when the nation was meticulously chronicling its diverse heritage, each coin designed with precision to honor the state's distinct identities. In early 2001, the mint buzzed with activity as new technologies merged with age-old traditions. The coin, like its brethren, was produced under strict guidelines, its design a careful balance of art and national pride. Yet, amid the hum of machinery and the rush of deadlines, a rare error slipped quietly into existence, a misalignment in the delicate process that transformed one ordinary coin into an enigma waiting to be unraveled. In a modest study lined with aging albums and treasured collections, a devoted numismatist discovered this anomaly by sheer chance. As he carefully turned over his newly acquired New York quarter, his practiced eye caught something amiss, a subtle distortion along the emblem's edge, a faint but unmistakable deviation from the pristine detail found on every other coin. There was no initial fanfare in his discovery, only a silent, profound recognition that this piece held a story far beyond its metal composition. The thrill of finding an error was tempered by a sense of responsibility, as if the coin had entrusted him with a secret that spanned decades of minting history and meticulous craftsmanship. Digging deeper into the coin's origins, the collector learned that during the frenzied production of the State Quarters program, the mint was experimenting with new dyes and innovative techniques to capture the essence of New York's storied landmarks. In the case of this particular quarter, a slight misalignment occurred during the final stages of production. The intended crisp lines of the design, the towering silhouette of the state's iconic monument, the carefully rendered curves that celebrated New York's artistic spirit, appeared softened and irregular. Instead of detracting from the coin's overall beauty, the error endowed it with an unexpected character. Here was a piece that embodied not only the spirit of New York but also the inherent unpredictability of human endeavor, where even a minor lapse could birth something entirely unique. As whispers of the misprint began to echo through niche collector circles, its value evolved in ways that defied conventional expectations. Initially, the coin was simply another specimen among many in vast collections. Yet, as word spread of its unusual feature, a nearly imperceptible but deliberate divergence from perfection, the piece began to command a different kind of attention. In discreet online forums and hushed conversations at coin shows, experts and enthusiasts alike noted the error's significance. The coin's worth was no longer determined solely by its face value or mintage numbers, it now resonated with a layered history of craftsmanship, error, and the romance of accidental art. Every subsequent auction report and private sale hinted at a steadily rising value, a quiet crescendo that built suspense without ever fully revealing the final impact of this misprint. The coin's physical anomaly was as captivating as its backstory. Under careful examination, the misalignment revealed itself as a subtle overlap where the intended crisp contours of New York's emblem bled into softer, almost dreamlike outlines. This deviation was not chaotic. It bore a certain precision that suggested a duality, a mix of human error and an almost intentional experiment. The misprint did not render the coin inferior, rather, it transformed the piece into a narrative artifact. It was as if the mint had momentarily blurred the line between order and serendipity, leaving behind a signature that was both accidental and evocative. Every curve and line of the error spoke of a moment, and the relentless drive for perfection was briefly interrupted, giving way to an imperfection that would later be revered by collectors around the globe. The revelation that truly set the numismatic community abuzz came unexpectedly. While poring over archived mint records and faded documentation, the collector uncovered a nearly forgotten ledger entry that hinted at something far more deliberate than a simple mechanical oversight. The entry alluded to a controlled experiment, a discreet trial aimed at testing the limits of the mint's new equipment. This suggestion, initially dismissed as implausible, began to weave its way into the coin's growing mythology. If indeed the misprint had been engineered, even in part, then the coin was not merely the victim of an accidental flaw but a deliberate foray into creative experimentation. This twist added a new layer of complexity, forcing experts to reconsider long-held assumptions about the mint's processes and the nature of errors in mass production. The coin, once a straightforward emblem of state pride, was now entangled in a web of intentional risk and hidden artistry. The discovery of this possibility ignited a fervent debate among collectors and historians. Some argued that even if the error had been an experimental byproduct, it remained a unique piece of numismatic art, a testament to the unpredictable interplay between human innovation and mechanical precision. Others maintained that an intentional misprint carried its own ethical and historical implications, challenging the very notion of error in production. The collector himself found his emotions shifting with each new piece of evidence. Late nights spent cross-referencing mint records, the exhilaration of connecting disparate clues, and the lingering uncertainty over the true origins of the error all coalesced into an experience that was as deeply personal as it was historically significant. Over time, the coin's market value mirrored its evolving narrative. Initially, its worth was modest, its error known only to a handful of specialists. Yet as more collectors began to trace the coin's lineage, its rarity was gradually recognized. The price started to climb in quiet increments, each sale reinforcing the coin's newfound status as a coveted anomaly. It was not simply a matter of supply and demand, rather, the coin had become a living archive of a pivotal moment in minting history. Auction houses, once indifferent to a slight misprint, now carefully catalogued every nuance of the coin, emphasizing its dual identity as both an ordinary state quarter and an extraordinary deviation from perfection. With each reported sale, the coin's legacy grew, drawing the attention of even those who had never before considered the hidden narratives within everyday currency. For the collector, every fluctuation in the coin's value was a visceral reminder of the unpredictable nature of history. Holding the misprinted quarter in his hand, he could almost sense the passage of time, the quiet hum of the mint, the concentrated focus of its workers, and the ephemeral moment when technology met human error. This coin was more than a piece of metal, it was a dialogue between precision and imperfection, a testament to the idea that history is not always forged in flawless execution but often in the beauty of unanticipated anomalies. Each new discovery, each incremental rise in its market value, added another chapter to its story, a story that was as dynamic and multifaceted as New York itself. In moments of solitary reflection, the collector would trace his finger along the coin's edge, feeling the subtle deviations that set it apart. The misaligned emblem, the gentle blur of what should have been perfect lines, served as a constant reminder that even in systems designed for uniformity, the unexpected could thrive. The coin had come to symbolize the enduring allure of imperfections, a legacy born from a fleeting lapse that, in time, was celebrated as an emblem of ingenuity and mystery. Its journey, from a routine production piece to an icon of collectible lore, was a living narrative of chance, controversy, and the relentless pursuit of understanding the unknown. In the quiet convergence of meticulous research and serendipitous discovery, the misprinted New York quarter had transcended its original purpose. It had evolved into a beacon for collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, a symbol of the idea that every flaw holds the potential for greatness. The coin's misprint, with its delicate interplay of error and artistry, had woven itself into the broader tapestry of American history, inviting all who encountered it to reconsider what it means to be truly unique. In its imperfection lay a story of transformation, a journey that was as captivating and unpredictable as the very state it celebrated. Deep in the annals of minting lore lies the tale of a single coin that would come to embody both the precision of a sophisticated system and the unforeseen quirks that transform an ordinary object into a cherished relic. In 2005, as the United States Mint set about producing its celebrated series of state quarters, California's own contribution emerged amid an era marked by technological promise and national celebration. Every coin rolled off the press with an expectation of flawlessness, yet within the immense machinery and careful protocols of the mint, a subtle misalignment during the striking process introduced an anomaly, a deviation that, at first glance, appeared as nothing more than an insignificant blemish on a meticulously crafted piece. Within the controlled environment of production, a slight error occurred that doubled certain design elements and skewed the intended symmetry. This misstrike, a delicate imperfection born of a momentary lapse in mechanical precision, introduced an unintended layer of complexity to the coin's visage. Rather than a simple defect, the error became a quiet testament to the tension between human oversight and automated excellence. The altered profile, marked by an almost imperceptible doubling of the state's emblem and intricate border details, hinted at a story of imperfection in a system that prided itself on exactitude. Over time, as coins made their way into circulation, this single misprinted specimen would quietly gather the seeds of a legend. For one passionate collector, the discovery of this anomalous quarter was nothing short of revelatory. Amidst a carefully curated collection of coins and an ever-growing trove of historical data, the collector's eyes were suddenly drawn to a quarter that seemed to defy the usual standards of minting perfection. With a steady hand and a heart full of cautious excitement, the collector examined the coin under a magnifying glass. Every delicate line, every nuanced curve, whispered secrets of a production run that had momentarily veered off course. The collector's pulse quickened with each observation, a mix of disbelief, wonder, and a burgeoning understanding that this coin was far more than a mere piece of currency. It was a tangible link to a moment when the impeccable process faltered, revealing a hidden beauty born from imperfection. As word of the error spread quietly among fellow enthusiasts, the coin's significance began to grow. The rarity was not solely defined by its production numbers, but by the unique narrative etched into its very design. Experts in numismatics and seasoned collectors alike began to discuss the coin in hushed tones, marveling at how such a minute error could transform a commonplace object into a storied artifact. In informal gatherings and scholarly debates, the coin's doubled imagery was dissected with a blend of technical insight and emotional reverence. The discussions were less about condemning a mistake and more about celebrating the unexpected artistry that emerged when machinery and chance intersected. Each conversation, laden with technical jargon and impassioned theories, built a mosaic of intrigue around the coin's mysterious origin. Over time, the coin's market value began a curious evolution that paralleled the collector's own journey of discovery. Initially dismissed as an inconsequential misprint, the coin soon found itself at the center of intense speculation. The steady march of time and the diligent efforts of experts to authenticate its origins slowly elevated its status from a mint error to a coveted rarity. Valuation charts and auction records started to reflect a series of unexpected surges and dips, as collectors and historians debated not only the coin's aesthetic appeal but also its place in the broader narrative of American minting history. Rumors abounded about the coin's potential for hidden meanings, a clandestine signature embedded within the doubled design, a secret nod to a forgotten tradition, or perhaps even an intentional act of artistic rebellion. These possibilities lent the coin an aura of mystery, each new theory adding layers of intrigue to its unfolding story. The coin's physical characteristics, at first subtle, soon became a focal point of meticulous study. The error manifested as a near-miraculous overlap where certain elements of the design appeared to mirror each other in an almost surreal manner. The once crisp lines of the state's inscription and emblem were now interwoven with a secondary pattern that defied immediate explanation. Under the scrutiny of both high-powered magnifiers and the eager eyes of collectors, the error revealed a delicate interplay between intended design and accidental artistry. It was as if the coin had been granted a secret language, one that only those with the patience and passion to decipher its nuances could understand. The doubled details along the coin's rim and the subtle misalignment in the central imagery evoked an emotional response, a mix of admiration for the mint's usual precision and a newfound respect for the beauty inherent in imperfection. An unforeseen twist deepened the coin's mystery even further. As more collectors and researchers began to piece together the coin's history, a peculiar detail emerged that challenged the accepted narrative of a simple mechanical error. Tucked within the overlapping design was a nearly invisible motif, a series of micro-engraved lines that some speculated might have been an intentional mark by an individual with a hidden agenda. This discovery sparked fierce debate. Was it possible that this misstrike was not merely a product of chance, but the result of a deliberate, albeit clandestine, alteration? The idea that a human hand might have subtly influenced the coin's final appearance added a compelling layer of intrigue, transforming the misprint into an artifact of secret communication. The notion, whispered in numismatic circles and debated in obscure journals, suggested that the coin might harbor a hidden tribute to an unknown figure or even a long-lost tradition within the mint itself. This unexpected possibility did not diminish the coin's inherent value; on the contrary, it enhanced it. The evolving narrative of the coin's error became a symbol of the unpredictable beauty that arises when rigid systems encounter the unexpected. Each new piece of evidence, each fresh interpretation of the coin's doubled design, contributed to an ever-deepening mystery that captivated both collectors and casual observers. The coin's journey from a routine state quarter to a legendary anomaly was marked by a series of revelations that continuously redefined its worth. What had begun as a simple oversight was gradually reinterpreted as a serendipitous masterpiece, a tangible reminder that even in the age of precision technology, there exists an enduring charm in the unexpected. With every meticulous re-examination and every animated discussion at auctions, the coin's story unfolded like a well-kept secret finally ready to be shared. The misalignment, the doubling of details, and the enigmatic hidden motif collectively transformed the coin into a relic of both history and art, a rare convergence of error and intention. Each collector who encountered the coin became a custodian of its mystery, tasked with preserving a legacy that was as much about the beauty of imperfection as it was about the relentless pursuit of excellence. In the delicate balance between flaw and finesse, the coin resonated as a reminder that true value often lies in the unexpected twists that defy conventional wisdom. Thus, what began as a minor misprint in a state quarter evolved into a narrative of suspense and transformation. The California 2005 U.S. state quarter error stands as a compelling chapter in the broader story of American coinage, a story where precision meets unpredictability, and where every imperfection tells a tale that transcends its physical form. In the hands of collectors, this coin continues to inspire awe and provoke thoughtful inquiry, its silent message echoing the timeless truth that even the smallest error can illuminate a world of hidden wonder.